Hey, hello. It's June 23rd here at Happy Dog Farm, and today we're going to talk about cover cropping and weed control from my totally naive perspective. Um, what is important to remember is that when you've got young trees, one of the number one things to do besides pruning is to keep weeds away from the base, which will rob nutrition from your trees. You want the trees to have full access to all the goodies and not be competing for the goodies. So, um, I've done a bunch of things. One, I worked at smother cropping in here last year. You may remember I put in buckwheat and then I followed up with winter rye to try and smother and do some weed suppression that way. But I'm not terribly bright at this. So I'm going to share with you some of the challenges I'm facing so you'll avoid making some of the same mistakes. Okie dokie, here goes. Flip the screen, here we go. Alright, what happened with my beloved winter rye is that it's still here. I managed to get weed barrier down for 3 of my rows, which is really a good idea considering there's a lot of weeds. And you can see the rye growing up the middle. Now, I've just taken my weed whacker with metal blades and mowed that down. I don't own a scythe, and I don't have Michael Phillips' talent with a scythe. However, I'm probably going to work at getting some of both. The cloth I'm having here is a 4-foot wide weed barrier. It's good for 5 years, by which time I'm hoping that I'll be able to start putting chip and the like underneath the trees, keep the weeds down, something, and provide fungal food under the tree. We've had a lot of wind problems, and you can see my stuff's flopping around. I need to get something on it to keep it down. I'll probably take some gravel and just shovel some gravel around the edges to keep it down. Now, that's well and good. There's 3 rows where I have a minimal amount of weed suppression underneath the trees. I've mowed here carefully around the trees, and I have to put cloth down. Now, there are no trees in this row here, and you can see what I was up against. I tilled between the rows, thinking it was a good idea. Might have been. I'm still not sure. I'm probably going to take down the rye, let it lay and rot for a while, and then till it in. It makes for very difficult walking between the rows when you till between the rows with a disc. I borrow a rototiller, so I use it when I need it. Now, another little opportunity. I have Volgards, which, it sounds like somebody from a distant planet, around my trees. Well, yeah, the weeds grow up inside the Volgard, so you've got to get in there, lift it, and get the weeds out. So I got a lot of work to do this week to try and push back the onslaught of competition. Now, the other thing I need to do in here is I'm going to put in a low wire for drip irrigation for these trees, and I'm going to put up a high wire at 5 feet or so to start anchoring the tops of these trees. I might even put one up a little higher, spreaders for those. I want to train them to the trellis. I do have spreaders, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about weed control. The other thing is I have an electric fence. High tensile wire, you've seen that. And this is where I'm going to stray from the organic way. When I come through here with the riding lawnmower, the deck will slide underneath, except near the posts. And it takes a lot of time to go back around with the weed whacker at the posts. Now, some conventional wisdom is to use a flame torch and flame at the posts. I'm going to use Roundup. I'm just going to squirt it at the base of the posts on a dead calm day and hopefully solve some of that weed control problem because it's taking too much time. Well, that's it. The ryegrass, I'm really hoping will form a nice mulch layer. And I might actually carefully hand sow it between the rows again next time to start building up organic matter in the middle, just for whatever, maybe another a food crop some vegetables down the middle. But right now, I'm making more mistakes, I think, than I could have possibly imagined. So, when you plant your trees, don't delay. Put the ground cover in right away. Don't delay, right away, because it's going to bite you later, and I got a lot of work to do. So, it's a beautiful day here at Happy Dog Farm. It's in the 70s, and here we are in May, and I can't really complain. Did I say it was June? It's May. Take care all. Bye-bye.